Dobbs Davis is a busy man down here in Key West this year. You're writing press releases for the HPR class, and you're also doing live coverage of the 52 class. A little bit hectic for you, Dobbs, trying to fill both roles?
You got to have a lot of tools in the toolbox, Bill, as you know. But we're trying hard to, make everybody happy and give everybody the most exposure and the most expertise.
Now, let me ask you a little bit about both classes of which you're involved. First of all, the HPR class. Are you pleased with how the rule is progressing? The competition that you're seeing, I believe you told me the other day that closest racing in class history here in Key West this week. Talk a little bit about how that's progressing.
It's been going great. I mean, it is the closest racing. Yesterday, on Wednesday with 3 races, they were decided by, let's see, I think it was 20 seconds, 19 seconds, 10 seconds, 19 seconds, and 14 seconds. The margins of victory, and it's over an hour of sailing. That's just amazing.
And the 52 class is kind of one of the premier classes down here, obviously. Very high-level sailing, pros, great teams. Tell me your thoughts on the 52 class racing that you're seeing, because it's kind of setting the bar for monohull racing in the world at this point, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's the highest level monohull racing there is, and it's indisputed. It's been that way for a long time. Rob Whalen's done a great job of managing the class and managing the structural elements of the class and keeping it competitive. It's not easy because some of them are box rule boats, some of them are IRC configured boats, and yet they're all able to come together and go sailing and have great racing. So, for those of us helping out with a virtual broadcast, it's phenomenal.
Now we're in the studio here in Truman Annex, and then Alasdair and Dobbs together. I've been doing live broadcasting of. Tell me how this works. You're here, you're not watching the racing live, but it's kind of what was happening with the America's Cup with guys in a studio. You actually get a little bit better view of the big picture. Kind of tell me a little bit about what is going on with how you do this.
Well, Bill, it's a lot like, I don't know, I speak for myself, but Alasdair can certainly join in. In a lot of ways, it's like watching an NFL game. All the different camera angles and the abilities to zoom in and look at the action from different perspectives is pretty unique. And actually, I think it's a great educational tool. Those that can tune in and know a little bit about sailboat racing can see the game evolve in real time in this case. The audio is coming in from myself and Andy Robertson out on the water. So hopefully we're able to provide a three-dimensional perspective to what's going on. It's pretty good.
Alasdair, Dobbs mentioned the NFL. Well, NFL coaches always review film. If I was a 52 sailor, I'd get back to the dock and take a look at this video, because you're probably going to see things that you didn't see out on the water. Have you heard whether the sailors are reviewing what you all do here during the day?
Yes, certainly they do. We have historical data on the internet under the Super Series website, and they can review the past races for this event and for the events that have gone before.
Now, is there a challenge for you to do the commentary? I mean, do you feel like you have a better perspective, like Dobbs was saying, from here, or would you rather be out on the water, or is that what Andy's job is, to provide the on-water commentary?
I think with a combination of Andy on the water and Dobbs in here, where I can set up any view Dobbs would like, it strikes the right balance.
How many cameras are out on the water? I see these cameras all over the dock, so I'm wondering how many are out there filming the action?
Well, actually, we don't have cameras. That's the point. This is a virtual show.
Okay.
So each boat has trackers.
Okay.
Each of the race committee vessels and the marks have trackers.
I see.
So we have a complete representation of where everything is out on the water.
Right.
As you'll see, or your audience will see here shortly, and for those hopefully that will tune into this, the three-dimensional graphics provided by the virtual system give a feel for what the boats are doing in real time. So it's not just two-dimensional figures playing on a chessboard. There's actually graphic representations that can show the boats in action through their various maneuvers, as well as a little bit of an overview of the course area. And it's all at the user's control. I'm not actually creating a show here. I'm just providing an audio feed.
I see.
So it's very very different than making a video, making a movie, where the director has complete control on what the user sees, what the viewer sees. Here, those that are following them virtual have the controls themselves. So it's actually quite interesting, and it's a little different approach. If we had all the tools that Stan Honey and Gary and those guys had, that would be awesome. But we're trying to do this on a reasonable budget.
Right.
And I think this is a good representation of that.
Well, in a moment, these guys are going to get going, and I'm going to do another video which shows exactly what they are doing during the racing.